Section 10. Internet/www Ethics. Introduction. In the previous study section, we examined the intranet and extranet and also the need for higher bandwidth technologies and security. Usage. In this study section, we will learn about ethical and social issues related to computer systems, information rights, privacy and freedom in the internet age, intellectual property, and ethical issues related to computer. Learning outcomes. When you have studied this section, you should be able to explain ethical and social issues related to computer systems, discuss information rights, privacy and freedom in the internet age, understanding ethical and social issues related to computer systems. Ethics refers to the principles of right and wrong that individuals acting as free moral agents use to make choices to guide their behavior. Information technology and information systems raise new ethical questions for both individuals and societies because they create opportunities for intense social change and thus threaten existing distributions of power, money, rights, and obligations. Like other technologies, such as steam engines, electricity, telephone and radio, information technology can be used to achieve social progress, but it can also be used to commit crimes and threaten cherished social values. The development of information technology will produce benefit for many and cost for others. When using information systems, it is essential to ask what is the ethical and socially responsible course of action. Information rights, privacy and freedom in the internet age. Privacy is the claim of individuals to be left alone, free from surveillance or interference from other individuals or organizations, including the state. Claims to privacy are also involved at the workplace. Information technology and systems threaten individual claims to privacy by making the invasion of privacy cheap, profitable, and effective. The claim to privacy, for example, is protected in the US, Canadian, and German constitutions in a variety of different ways and in other countries through various statutes. In the US, the claim of privacy is protected primarily by the First Amendment, guarantees the freedom of speech and association. The Fourth Amendment protects against unreasonable search and seizure of one's personal documents or home, and the guarantee of due process. Due process has become a key concept in defining privacy. Due process requires that a set of rules or laws exist that clearly define how information about individuals will be treated and what appeal mechanisms are available. It can be applied to all or to different phases of the trade cycle. The trade cycles vary depending on contemporary information rights, privacy, and freedom in the internet age. Intellectual property. Contemporary information systems have severely challenged existing law and social practices that protect private intellectual property. Intellectual property is considered to be intangible property created by individuals or corporations. Information technology has made it difficult to protect intellectual property because computerized information can be so easily copied or distributed on networks. Intellectual property is subject to a variety of protections under three different legal traditions: trade secret, copyright, and patent law. Trade secret. Any intellectual work product, a formula, device, pattern, or compilation of data used for a business purpose can be classified as a trade secret, provided it is not based on information in the public domain. Protections for trade secrets vary from state to state. In general, trade secret laws grant a monopoly on the ideas behind the work product, but it can be a very tenuous monopoly. Software that contains novel or unique elements, procedures, or compilations can be included as a trade secret. Trade secret law protects the actual ideas in a work product, not only their manifestation. To make this claim, the creator or owner must take care to bind employees and customers with non-disclosure agreements and to prevent the secret from falling into the public domain. The limitation of trade secret protection is that although virtually all software programs of any complexity contain unique elements of some sort, it is difficult to prevent the ideas in the work from falling into the public domain when the software is widely distributed. Copyright. Copyright is a statutory grant that protects creators of intellectual property from having their work copied by others for any purpose for a period of 28 years. The Copyright Office is there to register copyright and enforce copyright law, with copyright extended to books, periodicals, lectures, dramas, musical compositions, maps, drawings, artwork of any kind, and motion pictures. The intent behind copyright laws has been to encourage creativity and authorship by ensuring that creative people receive the financial and other benefits of their work. Most industrial nations have their own copyright laws, and there are several international conventions and bilateral agreements through which nations coordinate and enforce their laws. Copyright protection is clear-cut. It protects against copying of entire programs or their parts. Damages and relief are readily obtained for infringement. The drawback to copyright protection is that the underlying ideas behind a work are not protected, only their manifestation in a work. A competitor can use your software, understand how it works, and build new software that follows the same concept without infringing on a copyright. Look and feel copyright infringement lawsuits are precisely about the distinction between an idea and its expression. For instance, in the early 90s, Apple Computers sued Microsoft Corporation and Hewlett-Packard Incorporation for infringement of the expression of Apple's Mac interface. Among other claims, Apple claimed that the defendant copied the expression of overlapping windows. Patents. A patent grants the owner an exclusive monopoly on the ideas behind an invention for 20 years. The intent behind patent law was to ensure that inventors of new machines, devices, or methods receive full financial and other rewards of their labor and yet still make widespread use of the invention possible by providing detailed diagrams for those wishing to use the idea under license from the patent owner. The granting of a permit is determined by the Patent Office and relies on court rulings. The key concepts in patent law are originality, novelty, and invention. The strength of patent protection is that it grants a monopoly on the underlying concepts and ideas of software. The difficulty is passing stringent criteria of non-obviousness, e.g., the work must reflect some special understanding and contribution, originality and novelty, as well as years of waiting to receive protection. Contemporary information technologies, especially software, pose a severe challenge to existing intellectual property regimes and therefore create significant ethical, social, and political issues. Digital media differ from books, periodicals, and other media in terms of ease of replication, ease of transmission, ease of alteration, difficulty in classifying a software work as a program, book, or even music, compactness, making theft easy, and difficulties in establishing uniqueness. The proliferation of electronic networks, including the Internet, has made it even more difficult to protect intellectual property. Before widespread use of networks, copies of software, books, magazine articles, or films had to be stored on physical media such as paper, computer disk, or videotapes, creating some hurdles to distribution. Using networks, information can be more widely reproduced and distributed. With the www in particular, one can easily copy and distribute virtually anything to thousands and even millions of people around the world, even if they are using different types of computer systems. Information can be illicitly copied from one place and distributed through other systems and networks, even though these parties do not willingly participate in the infringement. For example, the music industry is worried because individuals can illegally copy digitized MP3 music files to websites where they can be downloaded by others who do not know that the MP3 files are not licensed for copying or distribution. The Internet was designed to transmit information freely around the world, including copyrighted information. Web pages can be constructed from bits of text, graphics, sound, or video that may come from many different sources. Each item may belong to a different entity, creating complicated issues of ownership and compensation. Websites can also use a capability called framing to let one site construct an on-screen border around content obtained by linking to another website. The first site border and logo stay on the screen, making the content of the new site appear to be offered by the previous site. Ethical issues. Central ethical issue: should I copy for my own use a piece of software or other digital content material protected by trade secret, copyright or patent law? Is there continued value in protecting intellectual property when it can be so easily copied and distributed over the Internet? Social issues. Most experts agree that the current intellectual property laws are breaking down in the information age. The ease with which software and digital content can be copied contributes to making us a society of lawbreakers. This routine theft threatens significantly to reduce the speed with which new information technologies can and will be introduced, therefore threatening further advances in productivity and social well-being. Computer crime and abuse. Many new technologies in the industrial era have created new opportunities for committing crime. Technologies, including computers, create new valuable items to steal, new ways to steal them, and new ways to harm others. Computer crime is the commission of illegal acts through the use of a computer or against a computer system. Computers or computer systems can be the object of the crime, destroying a company's computer center or a company's computer files, as well as the instrument of a crime, stealing computer lists by illegally gaining access to a computer system using a home computer. Simply accessing a computer system without authorization or intent to do harm, even by accident, is now a crime. Computer abuse is the commission of acts involving a computer that may not be illegal but are considered unethical. No one knows the magnitude of the computer crime problem. How many systems are invaded? How many people engage in the practice? Or what is the total economic damage? But it is estimated to cost more than $1 billion in the US alone. Many companies are reluctant to report computer crimes because they may involve employees. The most economically damaging kinds of computer crime are introducing viruses, theft of services, disruption of computer systems, and theft of telecommunication services. Hackers is the pejorative term for persons who use computers in illegal ways. Hacker attacks are on the rise, posing new threats to organizations linked to the Internet. Study section summary. In this study section, we learned that 1. Ethics refers to the principles of right and wrong that individuals acting as free moral agents use to make choices to guide their behavior. 2. Privacy is the claim of individuals to be left alone, free from surveillance or interference from other individuals or organizations, including the state. 3. Intellectual property is considered to be intangible property created by individuals or corporations with 3 different legal traditions: trade secret, copyright, and patent law. This is the end of CIS 211. Thanks for listening.